So if you're looking to create a content system that can keep you organized to produce mass content, whether it is ads, whether it is short form videos on Instagram, YouTube, whether it's long form videos, whatever it is, I'm going to share with you the actual system that I created. Now, I'm going to go through here and just show you and just give you the raw truth behind the scenes of this. This is version 1 that we built. Now, keep in mind, I don't post nearly as much content as I used to, but when I was posting like 2 pieces of content every single day, this was the system. And you don't have to do it to post 2 pieces every day. You could do it to post 1, 3, 5 a month, whatever it is. What I help clients do now is create more purposeful content so that they only have to post 3 to 5 times a month, if that, in order to grow. I have some clients that they don't post in months and they continue to hit record months over and over. But I wanted to show you kind of how this pipeline works. So if you wanted to copy it, you could definitely run with it. And it's been super helpful for us. So you can see this is actually in 2024 when I was kind of at my height of posting quite a bit of content coming through here. So first, I just want to kind of show you what it kind of looks like. So we have a media pipeline that we have kind of like where everything is from topic ideas, scripting, need to film, editing, thumbnail, quality control, need to revise, ready for publishing, scheduled, published. We have the same thing with paid ads on here as well too. And then short form, we were really pushing the short form side of stuff. So this is what we were kind of going with inside here. And then long form was similar as well too. And then if you have VSLs over there. The ones I want to really show you today is how we set up our short form, because you could just set it up however you want, but I think this was really helpful for us. So basically the way that this would work, if I go back over here, once something was sent over to editing, there would be a zap or an automation that would alert my editor, my editing team, to do this. Now at the height of this, I think we had 3 different editing teams coming through here for the short form side of stuff, because we were really pushing it. So that would be how I'd get stuff mass produced very quickly. And when I did this, I would spend one day, Tuesdays and Thursdays were my content days. Tuesdays, I would just script, come up with ideas, and create everything inside here. And then I would spend all day Tuesday doing that. And then I would spend all day Thursday filming that. So it was a very lengthy process, but we were able to produce, 2 quality, meaningful pieces of content every single day with this strategy. So if you do that, it's 60 pieces of content a month at minimum. So yeah, I want to show you exactly, how everything's on here. So scripted, some of these, and the reason I got away from this is I was chasing the virality game, which to be honest, I hated. And ever since then, I vowed myself that I wouldn't do that. I'll show you one of the videos that that did well for mine over here. So it was a video about the videos that would do well would be the ones of me talking shit. I hated it. If I talked about Ty Lopez, Eamon Gadzhi, or Alex Ramosi, those are the ones that would do well. Or if I talk about conspiracy theories, right? So let's see. I want to show you. There's one with Hermosi that had. Here we go. We got 400,000. I got a ton of leads from this, but Andrew Tate didn't make the bulk of his money with. I'm not going to play the whole thing right here, but it's basically saying it was just the way that I would study and build these type of systems was I would just go on the Instagram Explore page, see people going viral, study their hooks, and create it my own. And at the time when I was doing this, a lot of people were going viral just saying oh, these people didn't make their money doing this. It was actually teaching people how to do this, yada, 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 which is somewhat true, somewhat a little bit far-fetched. And I didn't like it. That's why I stopped doing this, because I realized chasing the virality game is it's stupid. You get a bunch of people that you don't want to do business with anyways, and you have to kind of sell your soul for content. So we kind of revisited this to build it into something that we use an upgraded version of this now to stay organized with my current content. And a lot of it's pretty simple, to be honest, as you can see, just Loom videos here. But the way that would work is you'd have a scripted section, you'd have a in edit section, And let me see if I can open this up to see if there's anything on here. So then I would have like inside here, you know, person who's in charge, the status of it. If there's another status, like which one it is there. Purpose, is it lifestyle, info, drive traffic, other, ad, call to action. Is there a link? Yes or no? Again, you can see we kind of stopped doing this, but here's a completed link. So if I open this up, it should take me to a video.
This is what I thought. Can you just hire the right type of people that have experience?
And to be honest with you, I still have a lot of like all these right here. I haven't even published yet. So let me go back and just show you the rest. We'd put the raw content here. We'd schedule the publish date there. We'd have a script here if it was there, if there was any thumbnail links and any scheduled dates. So we'd have a schedule. So when it's actually supposed to be scheduled, because sometimes we'd move things around, and then the date when it was actually published. Something new we added was views, comments, likes. But the problem with that is like you have to constantly be updating it. But like this is good if you really want to come back and just see like how many views and like actually do the math to see like really what's working and play it from there. And then, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, the way I liked it like this is you could just come here and see the, you know, the pinned link. So let's say go to this podcast link right here if I wanted to check it out. It's super easy for me to download and then just plug and play with what I needed to do. I think it was almost the same one. So like, for example, how Eamon makes his money, right? Elon Musk. Like there's some of these there's a lot of these I actually created that after watching them and creating them, I'm like, I don't even want to post this. So like, let's see how this looks.
This isn't going to make you as rich as Elon Musk, but here's a business model you can start today with $0
So it's like, again, you can use it how you want. I just didn't like the direction I was going. So I actually paused it for, probably about 8 months and came up with like what I call like the lazy funnel now, which if you haven't yet, I would definitely say go watch this, video right here. Depending on when you're watching this video, I'll leave the link down below because that's going to explain like how you can really use this content cadence I'm showing you to really scale and get some really good results from it. So you can see like kind of at the height of everything, we were pushing just a ton of content coming through here. I mean, these are all, and you can see like the style, podcast style, short form, podcast, talking head. Again, I'll just open this up so you can see. Like this is when stuff was actually filled out for the most part. I think we added some of these things as we started doing more of this, but this is how I would upload it inside here. And then my editor would just come in here and just take everything they need. That way it's not like a constant communication. They would send the finished link. I would review it. I would give feedback. I would send them a Loom video, maybe something in here. So like, for example, I don't think it's probably in here. I would like leave a comment saying like, hey, here's a Loom video, breaking it down a little bit more, yada, yada, yada. But like, it's really like, once you simplify it into having just like a simple way to do this, that it just makes everything super easy. So see how we started doing the views over here. You could see some of them, like this new method is crazy. These certain videos would go get more views and then you'd go from there. So I really just want to show you how to do this. We used Zapier for a lot of things on here, but what I would essentially do is have basically, and we cleaned this up thinking about it, automations, because you can use automations inside Airtable that says, hey, when this happens, do this. So like when, for example, right here, when a record says the status is in thumbnail, send a message to Angie, who's my executive assistant, to go review it and then give me the feedback on it. And then send me the final product once you think everything is good to go from there. So it was a really easy process. It was just like the biggest part was just actually taking the time to do it. But this is how you can build a content sequence and just get started with the basics going forward this year.